Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Healing for Humanity for October 2024. Welcome back if you are a regular here, and welcome if this is your first healing. Please know that there are regular healings every month and they are timeless. So if this is your first healing, feel free to go back and watch some of the past healings because they will be ready for you in the time that you are ready to receive them. So even though I do them every month and relate them to that month that's happening, they are timeless for you. And each healing, as soon as you watch it, holds the healing power in that moment for you to hear the message that is in that healing. So feel free to go and watch any others that you come across as well. So let's kick in. I will start sharing my screen. There we go. And let's kick off. So, the intentions, as always, the healing for humanity, the best and highest good for the month of October 2024. Now, again, if you're new here, the best and highest good allows for the highest priority to come through. I leave that as an open intention to allow whatever is ready to be healed to come through, rather than placing my own sort of intention or my own interpretation of what needs to be healed in the month. So I do this every month just to know that what comes through is right for everyone that is going to receive it. Okay, so I am showing the 7 chakra colors. And I am in particular showing the orange one, which is the sacral. And they're shown to me as sort of orbs, round, basically. I just liken them to a marble, that you used to play with as a kid. And the orange one is positioned forward and larger than the others. So our sacral is our discovery center, basically. And when we are urged to explore, we are urged to explore our creative side in order to release and bring forth all creation. This creation is ourselves. This is our self, right? If you break down ourselves, it's the self, right? The self, our oneness, our being, our truth, basically. So, what this healing is saying is that we are being urged to look deeply into our sacral chakra to truly see ourself. The programming of the third dimension, the 3D world, and all those involved to keep us slaves and in low vibrations, like, whatever story or even not story, but whatever you believe in as why we are here on earth, please know that there is a level of slavery to what we are living in, basically. If you have to pay to have your basic survival needs met, then you are basically in slavery. And this is not, honestly, I'm not trying to instill any fear here. This is basically getting you to see the reality of the situation we are in on Earth, even though it is a beautiful place and perfect for us to all come here and evolve and learn our soul lessons and our soul evolution. What is playing out as a bigger picture is far greater than any of us will probably ever realize when we're in human form, if that makes sense. Right. So the programming of the 3D world and all those involved to keep us as slaves and in low vibrations is how we see ourself currently. We are comparing ourself to others, but based on the wrong programming. Right. So the programming of the 3D world is to strive, to struggle, to push, to basically we have to pay for all our basic needs, right? Which is such a sense of struggle, basically the struggle. And so what is saying here when we are comparing ourselves to others, but based on the wrong programming, is that when we see others struggle and we are struggling, and then you'll always see people the way I wanted to word that was like when we are struggling, but we see other people doing okay, it's like we want to be okay. We want to, our comparison is like, oh, but they're doing okay. I want to be there. Whereas actually, that comparison is on the wrong programming. They are still needing to pay for their own survival needs, whether they've got lots of money or are able to do that easily or whatever, it's still based on the wrong programming, if that makes sense. So, as we integrate and bring forth the fifth dimension into reality, we have to clear all programming, start afresh. We have to clear all the 3D programming to start afresh, right? So, in the fifth dimension, where it is more like being a magnet, right? In the 3D, we are more like being a slave, if that's one sort of persona we can kind of add to that. In the fifth dimension, we are then becoming a magnet. And what it is that we desire, we can draw to us without any force. You know, it's about allowing, it's about accepting, it's about being, right? In the third dimension, it's all about doing. You have to keep doing, right? So there's a real different energy, and we are currently bringing forth the fifth dimension into this reality. Now, if there's any mixed perception around what is the third D or the fifth D, 5D, sorry. It is not as if we are going to transport to another planet, which is what I thought when I first heard about it. We are not going anywhere physically. The fifth dimension is a way of being. So it's all within us. We can all live within a state of 5D now if we allow ourselves to. That's the beauty of it. And this dimension has only become available to us since 2012, and it's been slowly integrating into planet Earth through different human beings, right? They are the light beings, the way showers. Um, you know, if you've noticed since 2012, our sort of language has changed. We've started to talk about emotions and feelings, and we're starting to sort of learn so much more about ourselves as humans, and that is all in allowing us to evolve into this 5D way of being. Okay, but what this healing is saying is, as we integrate and bring forth the fifth dimension into reality, we have to clear out the 3D programming to start afresh. We have to truly bring it in, because if we are kind of 1 foot in 3D, 1 foot in 5D, because we really want to be in 5D, I know I do. It's the 1 foot in 3D is that's going to be kind of like our anchor. You know, it's always going to sort of bring us back to the struggle, bring us back to pushing and doing and striving type thing. So it's like we have to fully release that way of being to then fully integrate into 5D. Okay. Right. With no expectations, a new sense of freedom, and envisioning a new way of being. This is the integrating into 5D. Our basic survival program has been money, basically. This is not our survival program going forward. Instead, it is community, connection, and love. All money aspects will disintegrate. It will no longer be the base program for which our survival depends on. And this really is the move from 3D to 5D, right? Because when we're in 3D, we're slaves. And the dark forces, or, you know, whatever, I'm trying to make my words here, you know, let's just say the dark forces, they they are surviving based on us being on a low vibration, of basically us being in a slavery program. They are surviving on that. For the light to win, we all need to integrate into the 5D and only hold light within us, which means the dark can no longer survive. There will always be elements of dark because we live in a world with the laws, right? So the law of duality, but it will not be as it has been for the last however many thousands of years. Okay. Okay, so where am I? It will no longer be the base program for which our survival depends on, right? And that's the 3D slavery. And this integration needs to start in our sacral chakras with creating a new way of approaching our life, I think, a new way of approaching of life. Okay. Without the thought of money being the ultimate goal. Like if you think about it now, when we are creating, generally, all of us are, I'm sorry, I'm not going to generalize here. Some of us are really trying to create a way of being where we are doing what we love in order to create money and in order to survive. And what this is saying is that this is opening up when money disintegrates. All of us can focus on our own creativity with no ultimate goal of it having to be monetized, of having to survive off it, which will completely open up our creativity in order we're really then doing it from a complete place of joy and fulfillment and everything. So it's really, really beautiful. And it really gets you thinking, like, what would you do if you didn't need money? What would you do? Like, start to tap into that because this is what is calling on us now. So, currently, we all approach daily life with what return will my creativity bring me? This is stifling creativity amongst all of us. Okay. Everything is being monetized, and that is everyone's focus, right? That's where we're at. That's the reality. This was the cause of the fall of Atlantis, of Lemuria, and we are bringing forth healing from these disasters and creating a balanced and love-focused way of existing on planet Earth. So, what I was reading into is that the lessons learned from Atlantis and Lemuria and other ways of being, other places, we're going to take these, we're taking our learnings from these places and doing it differently this time, right? The light force is going to win, has already won this time. Like all messages received is that the light has already won. We've just got to see it through and fully embed into 5D now, okay? And so this is just really confirming that a lot of us, probably subconsciously, spiritually, are remembering. We're probably all very triggered right now because we're all, in a way, whatever our sort of background is, we're remembering the fall of those times. And that is why we're all feeling so chaotic right now. So there is a remembering going on at the moment. But what this is saying is focus on your sacral chakra to bring through that creativity of anything that is within you to birth without the idea of money. And that way we'll move into 5D through a place of joy and fulfillment. Okay, so there will be mayhem while this new approach becomes the new way of being. You are here to seed light to everyone in this time. With your awareness and connection to Source guiding you every step of the way, you can hold more light for those that do not accept this new way. What we are finding is, and you may know some of these people, I definitely do, where they are not accepting or do not know or are not awake, if that's the word you use, to what is really going on here on earth. You, because you know what is going on here on earth, this is why you are here watching this healing. It is just reminding you that you are here to see the light, right? To everyone. And it's basically asking you to hold the light for those that are not able to hold the light right now. These are the people that have come here with their whole soul purpose is to be in that role for us, to show us the duality and polarity here and also to play that role. So they're also playing a very specific role here too. This is not, it's not a time to take this personally. Basically, it's asking you to hold the light where you can and accept for those that aren't. Okay. It's not a judgment. It's just allowing, basically. Your views will be challenged also. There will be doubt and anxious thoughts that will appear. This is normal as the way forward is new for everyone. We're all finding our way at the moment. No one has ever gone through this evolution before. So it's only natural to feel doubt and anxious thoughts. Like if life is really challenging for you right now, just know that this is all moving through us, right? This is moving through us, and the doubt and the anxious thoughts are very, very normal. Please love yourself so much through this time if you find yourself in a really challenging spot, because we need to make love the base program through this time, okay? If nothing else, we just need to hold our light, hold our love for ourselves to get through this. Okay, we're all breaking new barriers here. We don't know what is coming and we don't know how to move through this. So we're all figuring it out. So, what the healing is asking us now is see the world as a fresh canvas and try to avoid the comparing to once was, as this is where the doubt and anxious thoughts trap happens. Because we are stepping into new ground here, it's very easily to kind of find yourself thinking, oh, but it was so much easier back then. Or maybe seeing others still living in a 3D way, but getting along okay, kind of going, oh, sometimes I just wish I didn't know what I knew. That is normal and that is the comparing, okay? But please know that if you hold as much love as you can for yourself and the world at this moment, and lovingly acknowledge your doubt and anxious thoughts and just hold space for yourself. We will get through this. When we can remain as open and willing as possible, then everything new becomes an interesting new opportunity. And that's a great way to sort of approach it, right? Every challenge that comes our way, what is it asking of us? What is it that we can learn from this? How can we grow from this? And keep seeing life's challenges as that, just a new opportunity, okay? Even though it can be really hard at the time. So please know that I feel that. Okay. Your sacral will be your guiding light through this period. Look to this for guidance, for direction, while your root and solar plexus chakras upgrade and integrate this new way of being. So let's look at that because the root chakra right now is feeling very ungrounded. Do what you can to ground in at the moment. When things are so up in the air, when there is just so much chaos around us and lots of challenging thoughts and processes coming up for us, do as much as you can to ground in your energy, but while understanding that our root chakras are really upgrading at the moment too, because there's a new playing field happening here, and they're not quite sure. This is across all humanity that our root chakras are being challenged at the moment too, trying to find our new stable, safe place to be, kind of thing. Also, our solar plexus, right? Our I am, our center, our knowing of who we are is also being challenged at the moment because of this new upgrade that we're going through. And this is why the sacral being in the middle of those two is here to be your guiding light. It is our creativity center, our discovery center. And this is why we need to hold that space of seeing everything as a new opportunity rather than a challenge or a failure or anything that just brings us back down. And it's just being in that space of how can I see this differently? What is this saying about me? What can I do now? And just keep asking yourself, ask your team, call on your spirit guides and angels, like, what is it that I need to know? What is it that I can't see? What is my next step? Just keep asking and you will be shown. Okay, so I'm also being shown that the connection to the gut health is vital, which is connected to our sacral, to keep food clean and the gut moving and in its optimum health. This is basically just saying try to eat clean. And what I mean by that is avoiding sort of really high processed foods, things that really aren't food when you look at it. Something that can stay on a shelf for 3 years, it makes you think. At the ultimate, it's like eating fresh fruit and veggies. They are living food. Um, you know, Eating as clean meat if you eat meat, like eating as clean a meat as you possibly can, and basically try to what it is it's the toxic overload with that. So eating organic when we can, it's the sprays, it's the preservatives, it's everything that's sort of more chemically aligned rather than natural food aligned. Is to me is how we keep our food clean. If you can try and choose those foods at the moment, if anything. We need this to keep our gut brain active and healthy, as the mind may be in overload and overwhelm. So, we have the two brains basically, our mind brain and our gut brain. And our gut brain, basically, I feel, is the most strongest brain that we have. This is the whole gut feel thing. And because we are trying to logically make sense of our lives right now, the universe, what's going on, everything like that, our mind is in overload and overwhelm. Okay, we're trying to switch off. We're trying to meditate and center ourselves, which is beautiful. Please do keep doing that. And but also notice that you can go easily into overload and overwhelm at the moment when the mind starts to click in and try to figure this out, right? We're all trying to figure this out. Um, as much as you can just sort of step away and come back into your knowing that everything is okay, come back to your love-based programming, then come from there, okay? So this is where our feeling brain, so our gut brain, is our feeling brain is going to become the priority. We need to start living from our gut, basically. As not much will make sense from a logical perspective, right? This is where we're trying to find the logical explanation for a lot of things at the moment, and it's just not there. Okay. So, beautiful souls, connections and support from loved ones are your priority right now. Block out the external noise and spend time in nature, enjoying the rhythm and simplistic way of being that nature teaches us and shows us every day. Call in your soul tribe now, guys. Stop trying to fight with people that just don't get you, don't understand you, or don't support you. It's now time to call in those that do. We all need support and connection right now. This is an exciting time for each of us to explore our self, capital S, and how we show up when money is not our programming. What would you do if money was no longer an aspect of your survival? Doesn't it sound awesome? Start doing it today. Okay, guys, that's the healing. Excuse me. That's the healing complete. And I'm just going to run through the clearing and embedding. And for those that are new here, a clearing is basically clearing out all the negative energy that the healing has brought through for us. It's clearing it out. It's clearing it from our energy systems. This is an active healing. So this is happening for you right now as you are listening to this. And we are pulling it out like we pull out weeds, right? We no longer want this in our energy fields. And the embedding is where we come back and we put in new seeds. This is our new magnets, everything we want to draw into our energy field. And we want more of, okay? We want to cultivate more of the embedding, okay? So I'll just run through the clearing. You can close your eyes. You can just let it wash over you as much as you like. Clearing. Scarcity, lack, deprivation, and money programming that keeps me feeling low, scared, and constantly in slave mode to survive each and every day. Feeling uncertain about the future, in doubt and anxiety about my own future, about what I am meant to do when I can't afford to pay the bills, buy necessities, live a great life in financial abundance. How can I do that when I don't know how life is so hard? I don't know what to do. I don't know if I am strong enough or if I can do this. Amen. And amen just means, and so it is, whatever word that works for you. Okay, so now the embedding. I am free and sovereign. I am a creative soul capable of living through anything. I know my path and I know my true self and all that I am ready to bring forth into the world. My own unique path allows for anything that I choose to bring forth as a unique creation like no other. I choose to explore my own sacral chakra and all the wisdom and knowledge that it holds for me in my own unique DNA. I can do this. I am not afraid. I know I am supported. I know I am loved and loved by those around me. My connections to my soul family are strong, and we are stronger together. I choose to look within and see all the riches there than look outside myself and see all that is potentially not there. I have everything I need within me. I am capable and able. I hold light for myself and all those around me. I hold light for those that are unable to. I am a light being, a light worker, and I am proud of all that I am able to do and give in these times. Amen. And the cards that came through for this healing this month is trust your path. How beautiful is that? This is all about our trusting our path. So if you knew you were supported, what would you do? It's a really good question to ask yourself because sometimes we get so stuck in survival mode that it's like, but what if I was supported? What would I do differently? And be in that mindset, okay? If money was no longer needed, what would you do? It's a whole nother ball game when you start to look at life like that. Another awesome card is Leap. Be bold, be brave, follow your gut instincts from your sacral every step of the way. The universe has your back. We don't have time to follow the norm anymore. We are creating a new way of being. So if something calls to you to try something new, to be different, to do things in a different way, trust. This is the card saying leap, and the universe will catch you. The next card is Akasha. You are being divinely guided. And if you are struggling in life at the moment, please know that you can get an Akashic Records reading with me. Please see my link below. These are so great to tap into when you are so questioning everything and just receive some guidance that will help you. The next card is Lemuria. Interesting that Lemuria came up in the healing, right? And the message was all the lessons learned here are being integrated so that we can find and experience heaven on earth again. I know I'd love to live in Lemuria, and if we can recreate it or create a new version of it right now, that would be amazing. And I believe we are. So, the last card, Keepers of the Earth. This is a really beautiful card to just confirm that you are not alone. We are not alone. All those that came before us now are guiding us now. So it is a card about asking you to trust and call on them. Remember, they've got all the wisdom and guidance that we need. We can call on them and glean from them what we need to know here. Um, they are there supporting us. So there is my email if you'd like to ask any questions. My Instagram, please come and follow me. And my Facebook page, Soul Healings with Kelly, which I think I've actually now changed to Quantum Healing with Kelly. No, Kelly Cameron Quantum Healer. I don't know. I'm evolving too, guys, so keep up. Anyway, thank you for being here for this healing, and I'll see you next month.